Yes, Massive and Crew, it's your boy Busy Science, and I'm back again with another video. And today this video goes out to the man like Justin Beresford, and today I am going to show you how to configure your external MIDI instruments to octamed. Justin Beresford sent me an email asking how he goes about it. He's able to assign stuff to different MIDI channels on his external sampler, but he's not able to figure out how to get the sampler to trigger using octamed. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay guys, so first things first, going to load in my samples on my AKAI HXC. So I'll just click there, load my samples. You see I've got MR drums set up there on my HXC, running sweet on my 950, by the way. You can grab this from samploids.com for those of you who don't have an HXC emulator in there. This just basically saves floppy disks, saves you buying floppy disks in this crazy time. You know, last set of floppy disks I bought, to be honest, were literally just knackered. I bought 50 of them and they were knackered, and this way I don't need floppy disks. I could save to and from this piece of gadget here, and you just pop all your sounds onto your disc emulated onto your USB disc, and you can make folders on there and all sorts. So it's pretty cool. So basically, first stage, I load up the sample. Okay, Massive Crew. So guys, once the samples are loaded, first thing you got to do, remember as well, most important, make sure your Omni is off, because Omni means receive on all channels. So you can't have separate channels coming in, because it will just play on every channel that you send in. So just turn off Omni before you do this. Right, so once you do that now, you then go into key group 1, set what your drum sample. I've got bass drum, yeah, and the bass drum would be on number 1. That would be that key group. Then go back to here, menu number 3. Once you go to menu number 3, you want to copy that key group again. Right, and then once you do that, you just assign another instrument to that. So for example, a snare drum, yeah, and also if you wanted to have them all in separate keys, you would assign the keys here to separate keys and keep them on the same MIDI channel. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to put them on all different MIDI channels. So you do that, pop that in there, then that's number 2. Again, copy, that would be number 3, 4, 5. So say we had 5. So say we had 5 key groups. We wanted 5 separate MIDI channels, and all we would do basically is get number 1 there. You see, I've got the bass drum on that one, snare drum on number 2. Number 3 is a copy of the snare drum, so I want to make that snare drum 2 SNR2. See it there. Number 4 would be hi-hat. Number 5 would be open hi-hat, right? And now, once I've done that now, because they're drums, I want to keep them all on the same pitch. I don't necessarily have to, but I'll show you that in just a second. And basically, once you do that, then you would go on to assigning them all to separate channels on octamed. So I'll show you how to do that as well. So just to quickly recap, if you didn't want the drums all to be playing up and down the keys, you could then just go to here, go to all on the key group, and then go down, look for a menu that says constant pitch, which is menu number 15. And then go to where it says use the arrow keys, direct to where it says constant pitch, and then just click that to on. Now that will make sure that no matter what key you play, your instrument, your snare drum will always be playing at whatever it was naturally sampled at, whether that's C3 or whatever the case may be, right? So that's one way of just keeping it all. But you would only usually do the constant pitch, I would say, really, if you were putting them all on the same MIDI channel and putting them or spanning them across all different keys. So just for the case of this, I'm going to turn them all off, right, just for now, just for the purpose of this video, right? Okay guys, now lastly, you want to assign them to all separate MIDI channels on there before we go over to the Amiga. So how you do that here, you just literally go to your key groups. You don't want to put it on all this time. You want it, key group number 1 would be MIDI channel 1, key group number 2, this is menu 16, by the way, people, on edit program, as you can see, right? Key group number 2 would be number 2, key group number 3 would be MIDI number 3, key group number 4 would be MIDI number 4, key group number 5 would be MIDI number 5. So we've got 5 key groups that we assigned. They're all on separate MIDI channels. Now we go over to the Amiga. So here we have the octamed, and I have basically one that I pre-configured earlier, but this time I'm going to show you how to do it from scratch. So the first thing you want to do when you're configuring your MIDI is make sure you go to Let's go to, say, for example, here, go to instrument and then go to the MIDI section of the instrument. Click on that MIDI. Make sure that your MIDI is active. That's very important. Give your MIDI instrument a name. If it's a kick that you're assigning, you want to put it to kick. Now, the theory behind MIDI is MIDI has 16 MIDI channels. If you look up here, you'll see 1 to 16. So that gives you 16 different things depending on what channel you put it on. So for example, if I put it on this channel, that's a kick. If I put it on that one, snare, another one, hat, so on and so forth, right? All the way up to 16. You can have 16 different instruments. One could be an amen, one could be a bass, one could be a vocal, whatever you want. So all the elements go there. And what you do initially to get that set up, you would then go to a blank instrument, put your name of the instrument you want to put here, whether it's kick or whatever it is. Make sure it's assigned on your AKAI, and then just select the MIDI channel that you've assigned it to. It's really that simple. Now, for drums are not really that practical to put them on all different MIDI channels, but if you want to keep things simple, you can do that. You can also put them in a key group range as well. And also, I'm going to be doing a video on how to do that shortly. Going to be uploading that shortly so you guys can see. Don't forget, guys, if you are finding this video useful, please consider joining my channel, supporting it, helping it to grow, helping it to support it financially so I can upload much more videos, or subscribing to my Patreon, or even just subscribing and smashing the like button. Okay, guys, so that's basically the theory behind setting up your Commodore Amiga to activate your external samplers, i.e. S950, S3000, S3000 XL, whatever you may have, EMU, whatever the case may be.